Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we are going to Cowboy Town. Sounds interesting, right? And we're going to see what life was like in a 1980s holiday camp right here in China. How does it look today? Looks like this place has seen better days. Better days. Right, so kind of like weird place. We've been sent here by school to come here and eat and do stuff, play. The kids can just do whatever all afternoon. So I'm in as much in the dark as you are at the moment. Let's discover what it's all about together. Looks like they are developing all of this place. Hello, Cowboy. Cowboy Town. There's a Cowboy bar.
And it's a KTV.
Pub and KTV.
Give me your best Woody impression.
Today I really just wanted to talk about a couple of things. It's going to be a short video today. Yeah, I want to talk about responsibility and accountability. Taking ownership for your own actions. So you might ask, what am I talking about? Accountability, responsibility. So I got a comment the other day. It was like 2 days ago. But by the time this is released, it's going to be like maybe 6 weeks ago. So I got a comment from my old school with one of the students saying, thanks for all the help. It was well worth the money. We all failed our NEAs. So I left a year ago. So they've been without me for a year. Now, when I was there, so if you're listening to this, and you'll know who you are. I'm not going to say any names, but you'll know who you are. If you are listening to this, then, as I said, really take a moment and reflect on why you failed. Because we as teachers are extremely accountable for everything we do. Everything we do, we make sure that we do it as well as we can. However, we need to be met halfway by the students. They need to do their bit being do the work. So I am it's the harsh reality of life that if you don't do the work, you don't get anywhere. So I hope that is a learning lesson for students, not just them, but in general, that just because you pay school fees doesn't give you the instant right to pass exams or get the grades that you desire to move on in life. If you want to move on in life, it's the go-karts. If you want to move on in life, like with most things, it takes a lot of bloody hard work and dedication. Right, this is the go-kart track, I'm assuming. With the go-karts all packed away there. No go-karting either. So we paid 80 RMB to get in, and then 80 RMB for the food. Yes.
Eh? Oh.
Yeah, there's sound advice. VIP channel. Look. Wow, this is... Oh, dormitories, my god. This is... It smells damp, very damp. Second Taihu Lake Cowboy Custom. Right, this is shower room, bathroom. Oh my god. You do not want to see the devastation in there. Terrible. Well, there's a whole town here. I mean, there's a lot of buildings. They're just very dilapidated, I think the word is. It's like a slum. So this is, yeah. Like a cowboy holiday resort, but obviously, like with a lot of things, in China, you build it and then you do zero maintenance and then it falls down. There's a lot of places for horses or cattle. So it must have been, at one time, it must have been a busy place, I'm assuming. Yeah, as I was saying, you definitely need to be accountable for yourself. You can only be taken so far, and then you've got to step up, you know? I think also the idea of everyone talks about this new model of education and how education needs to change. That's the back of where we just come. And how education needs to change. Yeah, I think it does. I think it needs a big shake-up. But what is going to take its place? No one. Oh, there's a hole. Is that people's... I don't know what that is. Don't know what I've just witnessed. A whole model of education needs a good old shake-up, I believe. Basically, education seems to be to grade people into levels so they can be employed for something or other. That seems to be the purpose of education. I'm assuming that I am really not meant to be in here, but why not? Interesting, huh? So, you need something so employers know, or used to know, what people could do or not. I think possibly that needs rethinking and changing. Everyone knows AI is going to take over pretty much everything. So, so learning things by rote. Doesn't seem to be necessary. Information is so easy to get now that you don't need to learn just endless numbers and stuff. My holiday, this is like a real old 1970s holiday camp. Wow, look at that. That is very cool. I feel like I'm coming back into Mao's boot camp. Amazing. If one of these doors is open, I will have a little cheeky peek inside, okay? Not a lot in there. So yeah, you got all these different exam boards, IB syllabuses, you got all these different learning models and different things, but fundamentally it's all the same. You come out, you have to be fairly academic to come out with some sort of grade. If you're not, like the old system where you had vocational studies, you know, maybe that model, people still need plumbers, people still need electricians, you know, people, that is they earn probably more than I'm earning. Like a good plumber or electrician would earn way more, especially if they're self-employed, way more than I'm earning. Right, this is going to be a short video. Basically, I want to say, think about your own actions. You cannot blame other people for everything. At some point, you've got to accept responsibility for the stuff that you haven't done. Led by the nose, but you refuse. What can you do? What can you do? And then you obviously blame other people because you're not happy with the end result. Well, there's a life lesson. Pull your finger out, get on with it. Yeah, it's hard work. Tough. Suck it up, get on with it. That's going to be what happens in life. You suck it up and you get on with it. And if you don't, again, that's life. Life's tough. You get cast aside. Right, let's have another little nosy around here. I wonder how many people actually lived here. I wonder what they use that for. I've got a bowl there. I do hope we're not drinking that. It really does remind me of when I used to live in South Africa. A lot of the compounds out there were very similar. You know. Look at that. Big water tower. The roof's falling in. So there was a guy who just went down there. I'm not sure if I'm invading his privacy. I guess he'll let me know. But clearly someone living here. I mean, it's got quite a nice outdoor living vibe. Just looks a little bit uncared for. Oh, there is someone living in there. I do not know if people actually live on there. I'm pretty sure that this is where people are staying, living like the workers live. Very crazy. Can you imagine all this space just like this? Kind of run down, derelict looking. It could be used for many things, I guess, but it's not. Just left. Mind you, there are about 1 million toilets everywhere, so that's nice. What is this place? Okay, there's more people living here. I am assuming these are workers' houses, not rented for guests. Oh, look at this, clocking in, clocking out. So your clocking in machine. There's your clocking in slips, so these must be the workers' place, where the workers stay, workers' numbers, workers clocking in. And then they'd come into this place and do their work. My friends, we are going to say goodbye for today's video. I hope it's not too long. I'll try and edit it down into something a bit more manageable. Thank you for watching from the boot camp, from the 1970s Chinese military camp, cowboy camp, whatever this was, holiday camp. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Let's go。转反了，怎么滑？我们去哪？哎，对，你是反过来，反了，反了，走呀，走呀。对的，反了，手转反了，反了。你们只要滑。哦，不是，不是。啊，对。Sorry。Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2.